again? Let's kick this in.
Game's over!
Got one. In no mood for hunting. Someone's looking to cash their chips early. In no mood for hunting. Glad I left the outpost behind.
Hey, you! Get your ass over here before you attract every super mutant in the building. The name's Butcher. I'm the team medic. It's good to see a friendly face. Okay, now, who the heck are you, and when are reinforcements coming? You made it all the way up here alive. Okay, I'm impressed. Riley must have sent the right person for the job, as usual. Hey, is she okay? That's a relief. I told her she was nuts when she decided to try to sneak out of here. Guess I was wrong. Now, let's talk about getting out of here. I would have proposed going back the way you came, but apparently it's impossible now. So, the express elevator is our only solution. You're right. What we need is something to power the elevator motor up here and get the thing going. On the way up here, I'm pretty certain we passed a maintenance room. Inside was a wrecked Protectron. If you can get me its fission battery, I can have Donovan jury-rig the elevator. Fantastic. Get that over to Donovan right away. As soon as he gets it up and running, make a break for it. Remember, our rally point is our HQ, Ranger Compound. Don't stop for anything. You don't look like a merc.
Hey there. Donovan at your service. You break it, I fix it. By the seat of our pants, we are out of everything. Ammo, food, and time. I have no idea how we made it this long, but damn, I am glad you got up here. All I can tell you is this place sucks. I hope we never have to map another inch of it. Let me have that thing. Give me a few minutes, and I'll have the elevator up and running. As soon as I get it online, we'll get out of here.
Good to see you in one piece. Good enough.
Not bad, kid. Not bad.
Again, I'm not sure how to thank you. I'm going to head back to Ranger Compound to see if Riley's back yet. Look me up anytime you're in the neighborhood. If I can ever be of medical assistance or you need some supplies or repairs, let me or Donovan know.
You sure know your shit. Ever consider joining the Rangers? I bet Riley would love to have you on our team. Yep, no problem.
You look like you've been through hell. You're a cocky little thing, aren't you? I like that. Well, as much as I want to hear all about it, can you tell me a full debrief on what happened out there with my men? I'm very impressed at your skill. I don't think I've come across someone quite like you in the ruins. I suppose I owe you a debt, and I intend to pay it in kind. I'm sure you're more interested in your reward than listening to me talk, so let me get right to it. Losing a bit of the Merc edge, eh? Don't get soft on me now. Well, I've said it once, but I'll say it again. You have my thanks. I'd be pretty lost without my guys. So, for your reward, what'll it be? The Ranger battle armor, or one of Brick's miniguns? The armor it is. Wear it with pride, kid. We do. Consider this place your home away from home. If you're ever in the neighborhood again, you're more than welcome to take shelter here. I guess that does it. See you around, kid. Let me give you a word of advice. Stay away from them. They give mercs a bad name. They have no morals, no remorse, and wouldn't hesitate to put a bullet through a defenseless man's head if it meant a job. They've been pretty active lately around the old Capitol building ruins. I'd recommend giving that area a wide berth. Yeah, we've crossed paths. Fortunately, we just stepped out of each other's way. Brick almost turned it into a damn bloodbath when one of them spit on her boots, but I was able to hold her back. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this kind of job anymore. I almost got everyone killed in Vernon Square. What kind of a responsible leader does that? It was one bad decision after another. Yeah, but I led the guys right into a corner. Theo died because I decided to take shelter in the hospital. I'm not so sure I'd be trusted leading anyone at this point. Thanks. You're sweet to try and make me feel better about everything. I just hope that I can get back to mapping the ruins soon. I have a lot of contacts that are demanding I finish. You'd risk your neck for me like that? Well, okay. I hadn't expected this, but I'll certainly take you up on it. Oh, and I insist on paying you. I won't take no for an answer. For every map marker you uncover in the Capitol Wasteland, I'll pay you a fair sum in bottle caps. All you have to do is find them. Come back here and I'll get them off your Pip-Boy there. Here, take this geomapper. Please don't lose it. Donovan spent a year developing it, and I only have a few. It will offload all the map data you collect from your Pip-Boy automatically. When you come back, I can take the data from it, and you get paid. Hey there. Got anything good for me? Excellent. Let me offload the data, and I'll be glad to pay you. Me and Eugene missed you. Well, all right, you're back. Now that you're part of the team, Riley's her old self again. We've been vaporizing hostels like there's no tomorrow. Kick some muty ass for me, kid.
There you are. Right now. Let's get this over here. Glad that's over. Glad that's needles. Time for some gas. Go.
You there! Put your weapons away. Come over here. No funny business, unless you want to get shot. What are you doing here? It's not safe for your kind around here. Oh yeah? Is he expecting you? Well then, run along. It's not wise to keep Roy waiting. Has a bit of a temper, that one. You watch yourself. I've been stomping around with Roy and his gang of misfits. Roy's a no-nonsense, take-no-prisoners kind of guy. He heard about this tenpenny asshole, and now he's trying to get us in that tower. He's hatching some kind of plan to kill all those bigot bastards. Believe it or not, I used to vacation there. I wasn't always like this. I was a goddamn scientist. We were doing great things. Amazing things. Sure, sacrifices were required. Some people got hurt. But we were making real progress. But then those goddamn bombs dropped. Karma's a real bitch. You'd be wise to remember that. Go live your life, kid. Hello. What is it? Figures. He's Tenpenny's adorable lapdog, isn't he? So what's your angle in all this? That's awfully decent of you, even if we already knew those bigoted bastards wanted us dead. Talk to Roy Phillips. You might be able to help us out. Go live your life, kid. You there. Hold it. Who the hell are you? Harmless? Well, you're lucky I don't stick you and take your shit. Watch yourself. We don't take kindly to strangers, especially sweet-talking ones. Biding our time, making plans, getting ready. Tenpenny and his pack of elitist wannabes can't keep us out of that tower forever. We've got rights, and we'll take them if they aren't given to us. Ghouls aren't built for luxury and comfort, is that it? You think ghouls belong scurrying around in that dark, dank underbelly of the wasteland? You got a lot of nerve. I already got a plan. They think I'm a monster? I'll show them the real monsters. We'll unleash our feral brethren on them. All those bigoted sons of bitches will get torn apart. Trouble is getting past the damn subway access door. You see, there's some kind of escape door that leads from the Tenpenny basement to the subway tunnels. There must be some way to get that open. Those snooty bitches probably can't stand living with each other, let alone with us. But by all means, try talking to Tenpenny if you like. But it won't work. Then we'll do it my way. You get that escape door in the Tenpenny basement open, and I'll unleash those ferals on them. What about it? You think so, do you? Give it a shot, kid. But you're dreaming. I'll wait to give you a shot, but then we're doing it my way. You better choose your next words really carefully, because you're starting to piss me off. Sure, whatever you say, you pretentious two-faced asshole. Uh-huh. Fine, whatever. Being a ghoul ain't anything worse than any other thing somebody's got to deal with. Like your stupidity, for example. You can't help it. You were born stupid, or dropped on your head as a kid. Either way, it ain't nothing you can change. So you deal with it. Is that so? He isn't man enough to do it himself? Sends a boy to do his dirty work. You think you got what it takes? I see. That's smart of you. I'd lay you flat if you tried anything stupid. So don't. Tenpenny and his pack of elitist wannabes are in for a real treat soon enough. They can't keep us out of that tower forever. You're right. It's none of your business. You best get out of here, kid, before something ugly happens.
Oh, hello. I'm Bessie Lynn. I don't think you should be down here. Did you talk to Roy? I hope you know what you're doing. You could get in a lot of trouble by coming around uninvited. I wouldn't want to see anyone get hurt. You must be pretty tough to get past all the ferals. They tend to leave us alone. But someone like you... Am I babbling again? Roy tells me I shouldn't do that. Roy is coming up with a plan to get us into that tower. 10 pennies. Says it's only a matter of time. He's strong like that. He never gives up. The kind of guy who makes things happen, Roy is. That's why the others follow him. Me, I just like the way he looks at me. Makes me feel pretty again. I'd go anywhere with him. Oh, well, it's not so bad, I guess, once you get used to it. But it's not like before. I used to be pretty, you know. Everyone used to come around all the time. People stop wanting to be around you, though. When it starts to happen. When you start to change, I mean. Please don't hurt me. Oh. Sorry, I just assumed. Well, most people would prefer if we ghouls didn't exist. If you want to help us, talk to Roy Phillips. Be good.
Give me a second. Keep your panties on.
I can smell the stink of ghoul on you. You having trouble with those ghouls? That's a laugh. Roy Phillips can't be reasoned with. Trust me. But go ahead and try to talk some sense into him. It's your funeral. Good luck, kid. You're gonna need it. You mean the generator room? What the hell do you need to know about that for? That area is strictly off limits. There's an emergency entrance to the tunnels. You know, for when the bombs fell. We siphoned power from the metro grid to keep our generators running.
I've got the only key, and I ain't lending it to you. I lost it once and had to make a new one. Tenpenny practically bit my head off, so forget it.
Tenpenny is always on time with the money, and we get fairly comfortable digs with side benefits. I guess we could do a little trading. Here's what I got. Give me a shout if you need anything else.
It's dark in those tunnels. Shoot first, and ask questions later.
I am Lydia Montenegro. I'm sure you've heard of me and my shop, Boutique Le Chic? No? Obviously, you don't travel in the right circles. I can't talk now. Visit me at the boutique during business hours.
Welcome to the Federalist Lounge. I'm Shakes. Wet your whistle. I see, sir. Very well. May I pour you a drink? He is the right Lord and Master of Tenpenny Tower. Or at least that's what my files say. Don't you worry about any such thing, sir. Care to wet your whistle? Cheers.
I would surely have perished if it wasn't for Mr. Tenpenny and his tower.
I really hope you aren't hurt. The clinic is closed, and I'd really hate to have to open it up at this hour. There's those access tunnels that lead underground. Those are sealed by a door. Then there is some place down there where they keep the generators. Occasionally something goes wrong down there and we lose power. Then Burke goes out and finds a technician. We haven't had any blackouts in a while. If you want to get into the gen room, you'll need to talk to Gustavo, though I doubt he'll take you on a tour or let you wander around down there. Try not to break anything important. Hello.
I'm Michael Hawthorne. Who are you? And more importantly, should I care? Oh, fine. We'll have to share a drink sometime. I'm always in the Federalist Lounge. There's certainly plenty to drink about. Take those ghouls, for example. Don't suppose you know anything about dealing with their kind, do you? Really? Fantastic. You can give that Gustavo a lesson or two. Tunnels in the basement? No, can't say that I do. Hold it. I do remember something about a bunch of escape tunnels in case of disaster or something. Or something about generators for power. You should talk to that old guy. You know, the famous one with the radio show about him? You know, what's his name? Daring. Daring Dashwood, that's him. He's explored this whole place from top to bottom. Ask him about those tunnels. He'd know. Well, it's a great place to live, if you don't mind ghouls breathing down your neck. Oh, you're leaving now? Okay. Bye-bye.
You're new around here. I'm Margaret Primrose. I run the Café Beau Monde. Stop by sometime. I haven't, but every so often, Gustavo takes someone down there to work on the generators when we lose power. That hasn't happened in a while, though. Every day, it's the same thing. The man has no imagination with his meals. But it's his building, so every day I make that damned iguano bit sandwich, no salt, with a peeled pear on the side. Send it up to the penthouse. It's a great place to live. I've always dreamed of giving people fresh meals and a place to relax and enjoy a good conversation or two. Tenpenny gave me a place to do that. I'm greatly indebted to him for that. Indeed. Everyone who lives here has worked hard to get here. That's why we can't just let those ghouls in. They demand the right to live here, but what have they done to prove themselves worthy? I guess I never thought of it that way. It's probably really hard just living day to day like that. Now I feel a little ashamed. Have a good one.
Hi. Those clothes are atrocious. You should stop by my shop, New Urban Apparel, and freshen up that look. Upgrade to fabulous. I hear there are some tunnels underground for use in emergencies. Ask Gustavo. He's in charge of all those kinds of things. A very well-dressed gentleman when he bothers to get dressed. He hardly ever leaves his penthouse suite. Only those deserving to live here can afford it. And let me tell you, those who do live in style. And you can thank me for that. I'm the resident guide to all things fabulous. And I'll tell you what isn't ever in style: disgusting ghouls getting their rotting paws all over everything. That's a silly question. What I have against ghouls is that they are ghouls. Bye-bye.
Mr. Tenpenny isn't taking callers. Hold on there a minute. Oh, all right, I'll let you in, but if Tenpenny hollers because he isn't expecting you, you're dead.
Hello. I can't stop to chat just now. You have a curious look about you. I presume you have something interesting to tell me. The ghoul? He's dead. Died 20 years ago. Good riddance, too. I hate those shufflers. Who cares? I hired some mercenaries to get me some equipment from Fort Constantine. He was one of them. Of the 5, only 3 survived. You'll have to ask one of them if you want the gory details. So easily? Somehow I'm not surprised. Why, I do believe you've lost your mind. Ghouls living here? You're serious? I don't suppose I'd mind terribly if ghouls were to live here. And it would be a good bit of sport hunting them down if they misbehaved. I dare say, though, you'll have a bit of trouble convincing certain residents to go along with your novel proposition. Tell you what, if you can convince Mr. and Mrs. Wellington, Mr. Ling, Miss Montenegro, and Ms. Lancaster, those ghouls can live here. Have you seen me shoot? I'm quite proficient, if I do say so myself.
Can I help you?
I am Comrade Cheng, beloved leader of the people, shining servant of the community. How can I help you? Thanks, comrade. I'm sure you'll agree the people are only as strong as their leader. That's why I do my best to serve the community to the fullest. Speaking of service to the community, I don't suppose you are familiar with ghouls, are you? More importantly, how to kill them? I formed a committee to investigate the problem. That's wonderful, comrade. Truly wonderful. Before you go ghoul hunting, talk to Gustavo. He might be able to help you. Ghouls wouldn't make the best of neighbors, comrade. Well, perhaps you're right, comrade. Some of these folk have a few things to learn about camaraderie, that's for sure. Well, all right. I'm willing to give them a chance. All right, comrade. We'll welcome them into the community. Good travels to you, comrade.
Can't a woman get a little time to herself? Hey. My name is Tiffany Cheng. My miserable excuse for a husband is Comrade Irving Cheng, and you could tell him I said so. Do you know he tried forming a committee to discuss the ghoul situation? A committee! He made himself chairman, of course. What we need is somebody to do something, not just talk about it. Don't suppose you know anything about ghouls, do you? I wish I could. I get nightmares from time to time. I don't know. I mean, they're all deformed and scary looking. I bet they're really mean, too. Well, you seem like you know what you're talking about. I guess I'd be willing to give it a try. I might not spend much time with them. And if they do anything stupid, I'm sure they'll get kicked out. Fine. It's okay. I guess so. Bye now. I'm tired as hell. It's time for a little bite of something delicious.
Hello
Don't
there.
mind trailblazing
Right.
as long as we got the ammo.
Herbert Dashwood. Damn glad to meet you. Call me Daring. Everyone else does. Maybe you've heard the GNR radio play? The Adventures of Herbert Daring Dashwood? That's about me, you know. Based on my, earlier days. I even had a ghoul manservant. Let me ask you, you ever met a ghoul before? Ah, you've already learned some wisdom in your youth. Congratulations. Well, I wouldn't mind, but they'd better be civilized. The tenants here are real uppity, and most wouldn't take kindly to ghouls living here. Like I said, it's fine by me. Of course. I wonder if they've ever been to Underworld. Now there's an interesting vacation destination. Haven't you ever heard the radio play? The Adventures of Herbert Daring Dashwood? That guy at the radio station put it together a few years ago. He did it in the style of those shows they had before the war. Came out pretty well. And it's all true. Rockopolis, Miss Chase, all of it. Of course, they do portray me as a bit of a chump. Argyle may have saved my hide more than once, but I had my moments. Ah, those were the days. Argyle was my manservant. Ah, but that's really just a fancy word for the guy who saves my sorry skin on a regular occasion. He was a ghoul, you see. Been around since before the war. We met when I stole his girlfriend back in '41. We'd been best friends ever since. We got separated a long time ago and never reunited. If you find Argyle out there somewhere, you be sure and tell me, okay? Go make a name for yourself.
And whiskey.
Well, what's the status on Roy Phillips and his gang?
Mrs.
Here
Chang,
you are.
wouldn't you
Sorry
like a
that
brand
took
new
so long.
outfit from Urban Outfitters? With a fabulous makeover, perhaps, Mr. Chang?
I really hope you aren't hurt. The clinic is closed, and I'd really hate to have to open it up at this hour. I'm not sure. My first responsibility is the health and welfare of the residents of Tenpenny Tower. Ghouls often carry diseases due to radiation, damaging their immune systems. Well, if they don't mind me giving them a thorough exam, and if they agree to follow any directives I give them regarding health and hygiene, I suppose I wouldn't mind too terribly. It'd give me a chance to study ghoul physiology. Sure, no problem. Try not to break anything important.
Chang wouldn't recognize you. I take it this is a social call and not business? You can't be serious. Ghouls aren't human. They live in filth. They eat their own babies. You're out of your right freaking mind. Why would you hang out with dirty vermin like that? You enjoy sifting through feces? You know it's only a matter of time before they get hungry and eat you. You're crazy. Ghouls will never live in Tenpenny Tower. You'll regret this. I've spent years collecting all this fabulous merchandise. I won't stand for this. Where the hell am I supposed to go? The only suitable place is Tenpenny Tower. Everywhere else stinks and caters to low-life scum like you. I'll die out there. I just know it.
What? Take care.
Hello, dear.
New here? Pick any table except the one in the corner. That's Mr. Tenpenny's stable. Nobody sits there. Except him, of course. Welcome to Cafe Beaumonde. Gourmet meals and service with a smile. Very kind of you to say so. Thank you. Oh, I know you've been lobbying for those ghouls, and I've already been thinking it over. I guess I would be willing to give it a try. I guess so, sure. Bon appetit!
Hi. This better not be a waste of my time. Ah, yes. I was wondering when you'd try me. You may be able to coerce the others, but I'm not such a pushover. Your zombie buddies will need to find someplace else to live. You horrible little zombie lover. What right do you and your disgusting buddies have to push honest, hard-working, important people around like that? Where do you propose I live? Don't worry. Did you just step out of a vault? Haven't you seen what's out there? I'm doomed. And it's all your fault.
Are you happy with your life, Miss Primrose? Why, yes, I believe so. Fairly happy, anyway.
Nice to...
Well, well, what have we here? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Susan Lancaster. Perhaps we can become better acquainted in the near future. Me too. Especially rich, fine young men. Listen, you look like you can handle yourself. You survived out there in the wasteland getting here, after all. You ever have to deal with ghouls? Fine, never mind. I thought you were a real man. Turns out you're just a scared little boy. I know all about your plan to get your ghoul pals in here, and I'm putting a stop to it. You can't just go around pushing us around like that. I've dealt with people like you before. People who think they know what's good for everybody else. I know what's best for me, and that's no ghouls. So you can run along and tell your ghouls they'll just have to find somewhere else to squat. Or better yet, to go off and die somewhere. I'm done with the Wasteland, and I've been everywhere else. There isn't anything better than this. Damn you and your ghouls. I'm not going anywhere. I'll talk to Tenpenny. I bet I can live in Burke's place. He's never around anyway. And when he does come back, I'll make sure he's fine with the new arrangement. I'll just send up for my food. I'll never even have to look at you or your ghoul buddies.
See you. Doing well, I hope?
Not
Splendid.
ready to
Hi.
take on
Simply
those
splendid.
ghouls after
Thanks
all?
so much for asking.
Huh?
Get into any adventures recently? Go make it.
Tenpenny Tower is a wonderful place to live, isn't it?
Good to see you.
Hello.
All right, then.
Here you go. Hello. Hope you enjoy your meal.
Thanks.
Welcome to Tenpenny Tower.
Edgar? That Mr. Burke is a shady character, isn't he? I've heard some positively awful things about him. But Tenpenny trusts him, so it can't be all.
Righto.
Are you even listening?
Can I help you?
I can smell the stink of ghoul on you. You take care of those ghouls yet? Hell no. Tenpenny won't allow it, and I take my orders from him. He'd be out of his goddamn mind. But like I said, ultimately I work for him, so whatever he says goes. But I wouldn't like it. It's dark in those tunnels. Shoot first and ask questions later. Well, what's the status on Roy Phillips and his gang?
Morning.
Morning.
I know you. You're that guy. You know, the one that... whatever. I know you've been talking to the others about the ghouls, and I've been mulling the whole thing over a few cocktails. Well, more than a few. And I've decided that I'd be willing to give it a go. Having ghoul neighbors, I mean. What the hell? Sure. Oh, you're leaving now? Okay. Bye-bye.
Hello.
You remind me of myself, back when I was a young adventurer. Go get him! Hi!
I think
I'm
I'll take a
starving.
bite
I'll go
myself
grab a
and
bite
eat a
to eat.
little something.
Was it hard to do
pillow.
Radio crew tagging along. I mean, it must have been distracting.
It's a radio play, not a documentary.
Hello?
Nothing like a little ale to wash away the day, huh?
Well, what's the status on Roy Phillips and his gang?
Edgar?
Hello, hello. I can't stop to chat just now. You have a curious look about you. I presume you have something interesting to tell me. Some might say Tenpenny Tower is my crowning achievement, but no, my dear boy, it is just the beginning. What key? Oh, that key. You're a moron. I don't have any of his precious keys. Idiot! Oh, it's impolite for a gentleman to talk about himself, but I'd hope this magnificent tower would speak volumes. Good day.
I would advise staying clear of me for a while. A long